Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Kicknology. So today is something different. Wanted to pop something off. Been talking to my dog Jaquil a while about this. I wanted to bring a podcast to the channel. A lot of things that we talk about as content creators and sneakerheads and just black man. A lot of things we talk about that I feel like that you guys should hear. So what better format than to use my platform to talk about those things. So the name of this episode, the podcast, is going to be just Kickin It, because that's all we're going to be doing. We're just going to be kicking it, chopping it up, talking about some stuff.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, y'all drop comments down below. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about, and we will talk about those things. It's no designated day or anything like that, but we're going to try to do this as much as we can. You know, a lot of sneaker news drop. We'll try to do it then. But today, on episode number 1, we're going to kind of tell y'all a little bit about ourselves. This is y'all first time tapping in. Who he is, who I am, how we met each other, and also how we got into the sneaker game. Because y'all know sneakers is what brought us together. So, with all that out of the way, we're going to roll this intro, and we're going to come right back.
If they ready, we'll let you know if you should go and get them. We got fat, we got two, never slack on the brew for OGs and the youth. You can kick it with us too. Kicknology.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pop it off. My name is Jeremy, aka Truth, on this platform. This is my channel. This is Kicknology. And I've been collecting sneakers for a hot minute, man. I'm an old head, OG in the game. I've been collecting Jordan 1s even before the hype got there. You know what I'm saying? These young people start doing Jordan 1s. I've been collecting Jordan 1s for a minute. I use my platform to recognize Christ, you know what I'm saying, bring some positive vibes. So y'all make sure y'all check out the channel. This is y'all first time tapping in. If you are a reoccurring subscriber, hey, I appreciate you guys. As always, rocking with your boy.
Yes,
now go ahead and tell them who you is.
My name is Jaquil. I go by Deepsoles on my Instagram. I resell shoes, buy, sell shoes. Been doing that for about 2 years now. And you know, even before, I was all off in the shoes, but I really couldn't afford shoes 'cause I was broke. I was broke at one point, you feel me? But now
you rolling the dough.
Now I'm able to buy shoes and collect shoes how I want to, get my personal collection up and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing lately. Size 13, if anybody, you know what I'm saying, anybody was wondering, you feel me? Bless your boy. But yeah, man, we just want to get on this podcast and like spread some news, spread the word to y'all. Get information out to y'all whenever it comes our way. Just talk about some things that we think will help benefit you guys, you know, and then just kind of keep it going from there. So tonight, like I said, we kind of want to introduce ourselves and then talk about how we met each other, how we got into the sneaker game. So I met this kid, and I'm gonna say kid because I got like 10 years on you, man. Yeah, something like that.
What are you? 20 what?
26.
Okay, so I'm about to be 37. If I ain't 37 already, because I might have forgot my age. I might be 37. Anyway, so I got about 10 plus years on this cat, and I was working at Dollar General. He was working at Dollar General, part-time job for me, and I met this kid. And hey, when I say, you know that person that always talk about they want to get into the sneaker game, but you don't believe them.
Yeah.
So here I am collecting shoes and stuff like that. This cat, hey man, how can I get in the sneaker game? But I ain't got no bread. Hey, I ain't got no bread. And I'm like, man, I can get you this, this, and this, but it costs this. All right, man, I'm gonna hit you up. Nah, bro.
Bro, in my defense though, like I was only making like $50 a week. I was working like
true that.
I was working like a Sunday, maybe like a Saturday here and there. But I was only making like $50 a week. I was in school, so it was just like little play money for me. So like for me to like go spend $170, I was just like, nah, there's no way. But I saw my dog dripped out every day. I was like, yo, like put me on, man.
Hey, it didn't matter what sneaker I wore up in there. He was like, hey, how much is that? Hey, let me get one. Let me get a pair of those. But I will say this. It just shows you how the sneaker game can change, and you can easily get off into it if you really want to. Because now he's like the teacher for me when it comes to resale, and I'm hitting him up, asking him to get me the shoes I miss out on. And you know, 4 or 5 years ago, he was the one, or 6 years ago, he was the one saying, hey, can you get me this? But the only difference is I got the money right now to buy them. You feel what I'm saying? So we met at Dollar General. Years go by. He goes off to school, comes back, because he plays ball a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, check me out on my page, man.
Hey,
I really hoop, man.
He say he a walking bucket, bro.
I really hoop, dog. I ain't even play with y'all. I really hoop.
Hey, check him out, man. Check out his IG. He say he ball, man. So, no, he is a bucket, though. You know, I can't even front. So, comes back. And you know, before I know, he's like, "Hey, I got this IG coming on. I got this IG." I'm like, "All right, let me check out the IG." Check out the IG. I was like, "Okay, little reseller. You see, you." And we're gonna talk about this later. Everybody is a reseller who has an IG now.
Man.
Like everybody's a reseller, but they're really not a reseller. It's like we're gonna talk about that. But I'm like, all right, he doing his thing. He got a couple of used sneakers on here. You know, that's how you always start is a used sneakers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. But then I'm like, dang. I'm like, Jaquil messing with some shoes, man. Boutiques. People shouting him out. Like he's at the conventions. I'm like, all right, this cat then. Can he get me a pair before you know it? I'm like, hey, hook me up with shoes. But it's amazing how sneakers can unite people. Because, you know, I took my hiatus from YouTube. And it's because of this young man right here that I was able to come back. Because over and over again, he's like, dude, we miss you on YouTube. You know, nobody else was saying that. You know what I'm saying? But he would come over and be like, hey, listen, we miss you on the tube. We miss you on the tube. So I'm like, all right, man, let me try to come back. So then I came back and he's like as soon as the video dropped. I'm like, all right, he really got his notification set for the channel, boy. So, I mean, so I appreciate that. But the thing is with the shoes is that my concept of shoes and his concept of shoes are totally different. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a time where I could, on Saturdays is when Jordans drop.
Yeah.
And now they drop every day for you guys. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you got a smartphone, you're copping sneakers, or if you know people in stores, you copping sneakers all the time.
Yeah.
Me, it was like literally East Bay. You looked at the product number. You hoped your moms and pops could get the sneaker for you. It dropped. I think it was every Wednesday or Saturday a month. The J's dropped. And they sat in the stores, really.
Yeah.
So you could just go up to the store and get it. But, hey, times have changed,
Which is
bro.
crazy about some of the stories that this man has because the shoes that he has touched and the stories that he told me and how much he sold them for.
Listen.
If we sat here and talked about half the stuff that this man got and sold, you guys would be mad.
Hey, Bread Jordan 1s. Bread Jordan 1s. 2016, I want to say. I had 5 pair of these. Hooked all my boys up, sold them off for retail.
That's
right?
crazy.
Hold on. Bread Toe, Jordan 1. I had 3 pair. Hooked my boys up. Hey, y'all better start being my boy.
Man.
Hey, I mean, it's just, dude, Jordan 1s were not hitting like that, bro. People weren't doing that. The Yin Yang Jordan 1s sat in stores. The Yin Yang Jordan 1s right now, that's a $400, $500 sneaker, bro. That they weren't like that. They were $70 at Jimmy Jazz.
But even with the Travis Scotts though, they don't even know about the Travis Scotts, man. You had pairs.
Oh, I had
You had pairs.
I had 2 pair of the Travis Scott 4s, a size 9.5, and I hit on the sneakers app in a size 10.
Which is crazy.
I think I sold them $60 above retail.
That's crazy.
But see, my mind frame wasn't like that. I mean, now I'm like, dang, it's money to be made.
Right.
But that wasn't my mind frame. My mind frame was like, I'm touching this shoe. Let me bless somebody to get that sneaker.
Right.
I just don't get that same love in return.
So like, do you think like back in the day, it was easier to get those hype releases?
They wasn't hype though.
They wasn't hype.
Like Travis Scott, the Travis Scotts were hype.
Right.
They were hype. But like your Jordan 1s, Jordan 1s wasn't hype.
They were sitting everywhere.
Like the Bread Jordan 1s, they were hype, but they were available. You know what I'm saying? The Turbo Green Jordan 1s was on markdown, was on clearance at Jimmy Jazz, DTLR, places like that. The Clay and all those, I think it was like the Pine Green Jordan 1s. These sat at the store, Jimmy Jazz. $500, $600 shoe now. So I mean, I just feel like social media, bro. Like people start taking pictures, they start posting, everybody start hashtagging Jordan 1, and next thing you know, the Jordan 1s are like the wave.
You think that social media transformed the sneaker game now?
I do, man. I do, because I feel like that if in 93, 94, if I was able to take a picture of every sneaker that I copped and posted it and got likes, then I knew that people wanted that shoe. That kind of dictated whether or not I wanted to sell it or not. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Of course, StockX and GOAT killed that. I mean, that changed everything. Like it's like a stock market when you look at that. But when I copped the shoe, it was no way for me to advertise that I copped it besides rocking it to school. Like
rocking the next day, rocking it outside.
I don't think people understand how You could post a sneaker on IG and you get like all these likes. Dude, when we wore Jordans back in the day to school, bro, it was like, man, hey, you was that guy. I mean, it's just different now. But yeah, I do think social media changed it, but it's good and bad because you used to have to camp out for sneakers. Right. This sneaker I camped out for, I camped overnight. I camped overnight for this one right here. And I had to hide in the bushes, bruh. The security guard came, and I had to hide in the bushes and then jump back out just to get it. But now it's like I can go instead of doing that, I could just spend an extra $120,
right,
and buy it off of StockX or Go, and that's what a lot of people choose to do.
Right.
So I mean, I just feel like that chase ain't what it used to be for some people.
Like people are more so paying for convenience now.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care. Right. Hey, I work retail. I could put a 2-liter Coke right here and put it at $1.99, or I could put a cold one in the cooler, $16.99. That cold one's gonna sell because I can drink it right away. It's convenience.
Right.
That 2-liter, even though it's better bang for the buck, they like, man, I gotta get ice, I gotta get a cup, I gotta pour it. Like they gotta house it. So it's just the mind frame. Same thing with the sneaker game.
Right.
But will it ever change? I don't know, man. You see, people saying Jordan 1s are dead. What you think, bro?
I think the Jordan 1 is starting to come back a little bit.
Man.
It's starting to come back a little bit, and the only reason I'm saying that is because of the colorways that they're releasing, especially this year in 2022. Like, they got the Chicago's, the 85 cut. Those are coming back out. People are going to be going crazy. That's going to be the shoe that everyone goes crazy for this year. And I think that one's gonna like break the internet.
Yeah, but you have people saying that because it's the high 85 cut that it's not gonna be as hype.
Well, for me, so I have a different lens when it comes to shoes because I look at it more as an investment, and then some people look at it more of as just collecting. And I do collect. Don't get me wrong, I do collect, but like 9 times out of 10, I'm doing it to resell and then make a little bit of extra money on the side. You know what I'm saying? It's a fun hobby for me. Even though it's an 85 cut though, that colorway has stood the test of time.
Yes, I agree.
And every single colorway that's come out in the Chicago colorway has done really well resale wise. If you're looking at market and you're checking for the shoes what the price is going for, it's just done well. Like it's just a trend. That's the trend that you see.
And if you think about it, the Georgetown 85s, they dropped. And all the Jordan 1s we've been saying have dead. The Rebellionaires ain't doing good resale.
Right. Like
all these Jordan 1s haven't done good resale this year. That one drops and it's $400.
Right.
So just the 85 cut is gonna tell you that it's gonna do well. Then the Chicago colorway is gonna do well. So I don't understand why people are saying that just because it's the high 85 cut.
I think some people just like to talk.
Yeah,
you know?
But they're gonna go after it if they had it.
They
gonna it's the best shoe. Hey, that's gonna be number one on a lot of people's top 10.
Right, exactly.
Of 2022.
Especially because there's a lot of people getting into the sneaker game now, so it's like they can't go spend $1,000 for an old Chicago colorway, like 2016, 2015. They're not gonna go spend $1,000 for that shoe. But what they can do is get the one for $200 this year, and then add it to their collection. You know,
when you think about the Chicago mids that dropped 2 years ago, them things did numbers, and everybody wanted those just to get something close to it. I had the Chicago ones. I bought them off of some guy, and I think they were fakes, bro. But I wasn't sure. You know what I'm saying?
Shop with Deepsoles, 100% authenticated.
Hey, so I wasn't sure, so I sold it. I think I paid $375 for it, and then I sold it for $450. And I told the dude, I'm like, hey, listen, I got it aftermarket. I don't know. It seems legit, but because I didn't know if it was authentic or not, I had to get rid of it.
Right.
So I sold it, and it just so happened the dude was like, "Hey, I'll give you $475, $450, whatever for it." And I took it. You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy.
He rocks it. You know what I'm saying? It passed the test for him, but for me, it was just little slight things that just the body just leaned a little bit too much without my foot. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't think it was legit. But
that's another thing too. Like the fakes that they're producing now
are really well.
Have like gotten really, really good to the point where like even some like OG sneakerheads came and they're looking at a rep versus the real thing and they're like, bro, this is good.
So what do you think? I'm starting to transition. What do you think about people that buy UAs or B grades?
I personally wouldn't do it. But I think if you're gonna buy replicas and you know what I'm saying, that's your thing, do that. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you want to do. I can't tell you what to do, but don't hype yourself up. Don't like, you know what I'm saying, like
don't pass it as
right. Yeah, you know, say authentic, knowing
the real
knowing
deal.
Dang well that's a rep. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I think that I mean there's people that do it, and you know what I'm saying, I know personal people that buy reps and they wear them as if they're the real thing, and they try to flex on other people. And I'm like sitting back in my head like, boy, you know these these are fakes, bro.
Hey,
like,
listen, some of them look good in the thing with UAs. If I were gonna go down that road, I'm gonna get the shoes I know many people don't have, because how they gonna know?
And that's the thing too.
You know what I'm saying? Cause how many chunky dunkies do you actually see
on a regular
people's
basis?
Feet?
Right.
How many Civilist dunks? I mean, you see a couple, you know.
Right.
But how many Civilist dunks do you see for you to walk up to somebody and be like, "Hey, that's fake." But for the integrity of my feet,
right? Exactly.
For the integrity of my toes, bro.
Exactly.
I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And even the UAs, the B grades, they going for. They ain't cheap, bro.
They just as much as the actual shoe itself.
They ain't cheap.
Crazy.
They ain't cheap. So it's tough. It's tough. I mean, just getting in the sneaker game in general is tough. Back in the day, B grades and it wasn't anything as B grade. It was real or fake.
Right.
I didn't hear much. I didn't hear this UA. Like no, we didn't have lingo for it.
Right.
So that goes to show you that the rep game has gotten way better, because now they have legit names for it.
Yeah.
And it's people that make good money off of it.
Right.
They advertise them as replicas, especially in Yeezys and Jordan 1s. And hey, I'm not knocking the hustle. That's cool for them. But for me, in my collection, in my feet, I'm going to stick to the real deal.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to stick to the real deal.
I'm the same way. I just think like, if you can't afford the shoe, and there's nothing wrong with it, like, you know what I mean? Like, save up your money, like, get it. We all have to start somewhere. Like, you know, like, we told the story in the beginning. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was making, like, $50 a week. I couldn't afford a shoe, so I couldn't buy them. So I couldn't have them, you know what
You could have got a UA.
I could have got a UA, man. I could have got, but, hey, just me personally, it's just my integrity. I can't do that. Yeah. You feel me?
Nah. Well, hey, listen. Episode number 1. I hope y'all know who we are. His link is down in my description section at Deepsoles, IG, YouTube. Trying to get this man to 1K subscribers. So y'all make sure y'all go tap into him. Y'all already here on my channel, so y'all know who I am. Hey, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, do all those great things. We appreciate y'all. Drop a comment. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about. Maybe my voice will be a little bit better, man. I've been yelling at my team members at work, so I'm losing my voice. But hey, we're gonna catch y'all next video. You got anything?
Like you said, man, like the video, subscribe to the channel, go subscribe to my channel. He's gonna put the information down in the description section below. Yeah, let us know some topics that you guys want us to discuss, and we'll go ahead and get all that content out for you guys. We trying to make it so you guys get the best content from us, and then we provide for y'all. So that's all we trying to do, and then just go up from here, man.
Hey, we appreciate it. Y'all know the sayings, rock what you like, not what's hype. Wash them hands, man, and remember, these shoes behind us, everything we talk about, just bait. Wait for me to share my faith. Hey, y'all be blessed. We're going to catch y'all in the next podcast. Peace.
I'm off the beat, but right now I'm on the beat, known to be brother more, spitting for the king. You can kick it with my team and kick it with the king. Kicknology.